Hi everyone, it's Holly and I'm here with another Top 5 Wednesday video. It has been a long time since I did a Top 5 Wednesday video. I've decided to just really only do them when they like super grip me, and now that I'm trying to upload on Wednesdays, which doesn't always happen, that's what I'm trying for, it is a really easy way to get them out there so it doesn't feel like it's adding more pressure on me to film like an extra video in a week, which I think was what I was struggling with before. So before we get into the topic for the week, I do just want to let you know that Top 5 Wednesday, if you don't know, is a Goodreads group. It was originally created by Ginger Reads Laney, and now it's run by Sam from Thoughts on Tones. And I will leave a link to the Goodreads group down in the description box below in case you want to check it out. And this week's topic is your top 5 gateway books to your favorite genre. And originally I was going to do this as like a very broad romance gateway. So I was going to do like a new adult book, contemporary, historical, paranormal, and then I don't know. So I was going to figure something out for that 5th one. Because I'm not like a suspense reader or anything like that. But instead I decided to narrow it down to historical. And the reason I did that is because one, if we're going to be honest, historical romance is my favorite genre, like genre and subgenre. And also I feel like in all of these romance genres that you have, there's so many smaller things. Like even with contemporary romance, you have suspense, you have sports, you have now small town, and all of these things. And then in historicals, you have your paranormals, you have your Scottish books, you have your westerns, you have your pirate books. There's so many different things, and that's one of the reasons it's so hard for me personally to recommend a starting point as like one book as a starting point. So I tried to pick some that I thought might grip you if you were trying to get into the historical romance world of things. I will say really quick, I did not put it in here. I just thought of it when I was grabbing these off of my bookshelf. I have said before that A Lady Awakened by Cecilia Grant is not my favorite book. I think I gave it 3 stars, but it reminded me a lot of something like an Austen. So if you're more of a classical reader, I think that might be a good entry point for you. So these are the ones I would suggest. And I tried to pick like a variety and a style of different books to kind of like, to me, you can see other things in these. Maybe if I talk about them, that makes more sense. So the first place I'm going to start is I picked a book by this author, and I did pick this one for a reason, and I'll talk about that. But in general, I would say pretty much anything by this author is a good gateway book to me. And that is, I picked What Happens in London by Julia Quinn, but I think any Julia Quinn is a good place to start, especially if you went with like a Bridgerton book. So the reason I picked this one is because it felt, the sex level was very low. And I think sometimes for people reading something of romance, like if you haven't read a romance before, or if you're coming to it from like a chick lit where usually there's like closed door sex scenes or something, this might be a little easier for you. There's also kind of a little bit of like a romantic comedy slapstick almost thing going on in here that I think might intrigue people. There used to be a book trailer for this, which I thought was pretty funny. If I can find it and it's as funny as I remember it being, I will leave it down below for you to check it out if you're interested. Then the next book I would recommend is, of course, A We Book Like This book, obviously. Again, just like with Julia Quinn, I would probably recommend pretty much anything by her. Lisa Kleypas tends to be a little more serious, whereas Julia Quinn tends to be a little lighter. I think Sarah Wendell from Smart Bitches Trashy Books calls her like confectionery, and I agree. I think she's very like fluffy and light, and it's just very easy to consume. Not that this isn't easy to consume, but there tends to be some darker elements. I might cry in a Lisa Kleypas, probably not going to cry in a Julia Quinn. So this is Secrets of a Summer Night. This is the first in the Wallflower series, and I think that this is a really good example of a Lisa Kleypas book. I also like recommending series because romance tends to have sequel bait, and I think there's nothing better than getting somebody hooked into a series to make them love something, because then they're just going to have to read it all. And I think the Wallflowers tends to be something that a lot of people gravitate towards. And typically when you read the Wallflowers books, you're going to have a favorite. Like I do, Devil in Winter for the Win, which is the third book. But I think this is a very good novel, and it's a very typical Kleypas novel. The hero is like a merchant, like a guy in trade who has a lot of money, and the heroine is an impoverished lady. I think she's a lady. So it's about dealing with that, and the whole Wallflower series is about a group of 4 women who get together because they're all wallflowers. And I think I've talked about this before. I love positive female relationships. 1, Lisa Kleypas is great at it, and 2, she's a here, so it's amazing. Next is My American Duchess by Eloisa James. I picked this because it's a standalone, and as much as I love recommending series, I can understand why people might be turned off by them. So I thought this might be a good recommendation. This also deals with like the American heiress English lord storyline, which is pretty typical in historical, and it's a really quick read. Also, I think some Eloisa James is a little, he kind of bends things a little bit when it comes to historical romances, but this one feels a little more traditional. And I think if you're going to start somewhere, you should probably start with a more traditional book. There's In Bed with the Devil by Lorraine Heath. I just think Lorraine Heath is amazing. You might as well read her. She's like a stalwart in the genre, and this is the one I rated the highest, so I figured I would recommend it. That is literally the only reason it is here. And last is A Night to Surrender by Tessa Dare, which is the book 1 in her Spindle Cove series, and this is not my favorite in the series, but I think that this is a great series to start with because Tessa Dare tends to deal with things fairly lightly even when there's some serious topics. And also Spindle Cove is like a small town romance, so if you're not super into the ballrooms and you're more of a small town like contemporary reader, I think this might be a nice transition book for you. Well, those are my top 5 gateway books. If you have any other gateway books for your genre, romance, anything, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!